Good evening. Seek to be the smartest in the room, not the loudest. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shina Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa welcomed the Commander of the United States Fifth Fleet. Ministers inspected East Sitra housing project. Bahrain welcomed the start of UN operation to unload safer tanker. UAE's END announced the launch of first metaverse in the region. China launched a new remote sensing satellite group. Today's news in detail. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa welcomed the Commander of the United States Fifth Fleet. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Force and Prime Minister, today received the Commander of U.S. Naval Forces Central Command, Commander of the United States Fifth Fleet and Commander of Combined Maritime Forces, Vice Admiral Charles B. Cooper II at Rafah Palace. His Royal Highness affirmed the depth of the long-standing strategic relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United States of America created through joint work and coordination at various levels. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister noted that the importance of further developing relations in various fields, especially in the military and defense, to achieve the goals and aspirations of both countries and their people. Ministers inspected East Sitra housing project. Kamal bin Ahmed Mahmoud, Electricity and Water Authority President, Ibrahim bin Hassan Al Hawaj, Works Minister, Yasser bin Ibrahim Hamaidan, Electricity and Water Affairs Minister, and Amna bin Ahmed Al Rumehi, Minister of Housing and Urban Planning, have paid a visit to the East Sitra housing project, where they inspected the construction works and the infrastructure services provided there. The ministers were informed about the progress of the construction of the housing units of the first and second phases and followed up on plans to link the project to the main road network as well as build sewage, electricity and water networks. EWA President said that 80% of the electricity and water works for the first phase of the project had been completed, noting that 23 million dinars network will be completed as soon as construction works have been finalized. Bahrain welcomed the start of UN operation to unload safer tanker. The Kingdom of Bahrain has welcomed the beginning of the United Nations operations to unload 1.14 million barrels of oil from the safer tanker off the coast of the Republic of Yemen, which is an important step that would prevent a maritime environmental disaster in the waters of the Red Sea. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed the appreciation of the Kingdom of Bahrain for the unremitted efforts made by the United Nations and the international endeavors that have contributed to the initiation of this crucial step, which is one of the greatest importance in confronting the environmental and humanitarian threat posed by this tanker. Steps to implement governance in the Ministry of Interior's directorates will continue. Assistant Undersecretary for Human Resources Brigadier Adel Amin asserted that the steps to implement governance in various Interior Ministries directorates continue. He said that the implementation was part of the instructions of Interior Minister General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. He added that the specialized teams works per plans and mechanisms to speed up their steps. In the same context, the Assistant Undersecretary's office has organized a lecture on the implementation process to highlight the basic principles and mechanisms to implement governance. Number of road trees to be doubled by 2035. Wael bin Nasser Al Mubarak, Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture, has affirmed that the ministry will continue promoting sustainable urban development to improve environment by increasing the green area and expanding afforestation projects in various streets, intersections and municipal projects. He unveiled plans to double the number of road trees from 1.8 million now to about 3.6 million by 2035 as part of the kingdom's commitments within the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. The minister made the statement while inspecting the afforestation and beautification works being carried out along the sides and middle of the Sheikh Khalifa bin Salman Highway. Trees are being planted at a 14-kilometer distance starting from the upper bridge intersections of the Sheikh Issa bin Salman Highway and the Sheikh Khalifa Highway until the Zalak intersection. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Higher Education Council Secretary General participated in GCC meeting. Dr. Diana Abdul Karim Al-Jahrami, Secretary General of the Higher Education Council HEC, participated in the extraordinary meeting of the Permanent Committee for Research and Innovation officials of the GCC organized here by the GCC Secretariat General in collaboration with Oman's Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. The meeting, held on the sidelines of a forum titled The Reality and Future of Research and Innovation in the GCC countries, reviewed the resolutions of the 22nd meeting of the GCC Higher Education and Research Ministers related to setting a general framework for joint studies and research that have priority in the sustainable development of the GCC countries. The panel also discussed its work mechanisms in the coming period and steps required to implement the strategic plan of GCC Higher Education and Research. UAE's EN Group announced the launch of first metaverse in the region. UAE's Technology and Investment Group EN announced the launch of the EN Universe, the first metaverse in the region that includes experiences such as virtual homes, sports, concerts and more. The EU Universe is set to provide users with virtual and immersive experiences with global events and opportunities to socialize, interact and explore the virtual zones. The platform made its debut at GTEX last year and aimed to launch in line with the UAE's metaverse strategy. The first event to be held within the EU Universe will be the new Samsung Galaxy series, allowing users to be able to pre-order their devices in the metaverse. Royal Saudi Air Force jet crew killed in crash during training. Crew on board a Royal Saudi Air Force fighter jet were killed after it crashed during a training mission in Khamis Musheit on Wednesday. Defense Ministry spokesperson Brigadier General Turki Al-Maliki said that the F-15SA aircraft had 2 people on board and crashed on Wednesday afternoon in the training area of King Khalid Air Base. An investigation into the cause of the accident has begun, he added. China launched a new remote sensing satellite group. China launched a Long March 2D carrier rocket on Thursday to place a remote sensing satellite group composed of 3 satellites in space. The 3 satellites of the Yong-36 family were launched at 4:02 Beijing time from the Xichang Satellite Launch Center in the southwestern province of Siyu and entered the preset orbit. The mission is the 480th flight of the Long March carrier rockets. A remote sensing satellite group composed of 3 satellites carried by the Long March 2D carrier carrier. The rocket is launched from the Zhejiang, it has been announced. The 3 satellites of the Yong 36 family have entered the preset orbit. This mission was the 480th flight of the Long March carrier rockets, it has been announced. ISRO conducted successful trials on the propulsion system for Gaganyaan mission. ISRO has successfully carried out 2 more tests as part of the plans to further validate and refine the performance of the propulsion system that would be used to launch India's first human spaceflight mission, Gaganyaan. The hot tests on Gaganyaan service module propulsion system were conducted at the ISRO propulsion complex Mahendragiri in Tamil Nadu on Wednesday. The Gaganyaan project envisages demonstration of human spaceflight capacity by launching a crew of 3 members to an orbit of 400 km for a 3 days mission and bring them back safely to Earth by landing in Indian sea waters, according to ISRO. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.